It's been years.
Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, a reimagining of the first Tomb Raider game, will be launched in just 7 months, and what truly interests me about this game and I'm curious about is the narrative of the game and the development of Lara's character.
New discoveries waiting behind every door.
As you all know, we are entering a new era for the Tomb Raider games, which is called Unified Timeline, and it is a combination of all eras: Classic, Crystal Era, and Survivor. In today's video, I want to talk about what I want to see in Legacy of Atlantis story and what I don't want to see. But before we continue, I want to emphasize that I'm talking here as a fan. I've loved this franchise since I was a kid, so all my criticism comes from my love for Tomb Raider and Lara Croft, and I just simply want to share my opinion. Legacy of Atlantis could be a fresher start for the franchise, and I want this game to be as good as possible. I would also be happy to hear what do you guys think about this game, so don't forget to write them in the comments. Enough with the yapping and let's go.
Been halfway across the continent looking for you.
Well, you found me.
I know what caught the attention of many of us in trailers was the confidence in Lara's voice. Finally, no more of that shaky, uncertain voice, which is a good sign. Let's hear what the new voice actress of Lara has to say.
Unapologetic. That's the word. She's unapologetic. I think that my Lara gets to be unapologetic because of all of the versions of Lara that have come before, that have led up to this moment in time with Legacy of Atlantis and then Catalyst. She is elegant, strong, confident. She walks into a room knowing that she has a right to be there. Lara is a living, breathing woman. She has a very tragic past with lots of privilege, yes, but there's lots of tragedy and trauma there as well. She is very, very strong. She is very, very capable. There is no insecurity. Now, she may at times question herself, but that's very different to feeling insecure. So I really wanted to bring that confidence to Lara. Her intellect, she's incredibly smart.
From what we've heard, it seems like Lara has regained her confidence and is finally becoming the Lara Croft we all knew. But is she really back? Or is it just going to be yet another self-discovery journey as she is looking to find out who she is? As much as excited I am for Legacy of Atlantis, after watching the Netflix show, I'm so worried about the story and Lara's character. I don't know if they still want to act like this terrible Netflix show is canon after the terrible ratings and the bad reviews that it got, but this show right here is literally what I don't want to see in Tomb Raider. Everything about this show is awful. The writing is weak. Lara does not feel like Lara Croft. Characters and villains are mid, and Lara and her obsession with crying is back. She even gives away the rest of her father's artifacts because I have to cry. Overall, the writer had no idea what Tomb Raider is about. After watching the show, I felt like she asked ChatGPT to summarize Tomb Raider for her, and it gave a summary of reboot games, and then she mixed it with this problematic, this not problematic, raiding bad, protecting good. And then this was made. She basically used Lara Croft as self-insertion and had no respect for Lara's legacy. Lara Croft should not be used as self-insertion for writers or to make her just another average female character so she can be relatable to mentally teenager people. Lara Croft must be unique, special, an inspiration. A character that when you look at it, you go like, she's so cool and badass. I want to be just like her. She should inspire you, not to be a character that there is no end to her whining and crying and asking who she is. And we don't need a male character around her every time to develop her character. It's getting tiring, really. I don't want to be that person, but I have to say, all this mess started after 2013 reboot. Lara Croft became an average and boring female character after that. She became just another Ellie Williams, Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, and overall another pants top dirt female character. Even cosplayers get mistaken as Lara Croft.
It's Shredder!
She used to be different, her own brand character. I always admired Lara and how she could manage to escape dangerous situations while being an unbothered queen.
Okay, see ya.
And I absolutely adore how reckless she gets sometimes. And most importantly, I love how she focuses on her goals and wants to achieve it by any means necessary. She wouldn't let anyone or anything stand in her way. She was already deadly and dangerous. She didn't need those Bollywoody moments to be badass or to make her look cool.
And if I don't, then I'll just let everyone down.
Tsunami is coming, and this is the first of many catastrophes you're doing!
I have to go! I'm the only one!
You're the only one that can what?
And all this just to end up be the same person again.
You're not.
She used to know how to control her emotions and don't break easily.
In the next life, then.
The vulnerable and weak Lara that lectures about morality or who she is must go forever. Let her do questionable stuff. There is no need to explain her every action in morally way. It is Tomb Raider after all. If Nathan Drake can proudly be a thief, so Lara can proudly be a raider. I don't want to see the good baby girl that can know wrong and must be protected Lara. Let her go back to her anti-hero self. Of course, that doesn't mean there won't be any consequences to her actions. The whole story of the last revelation happened because of her mistake, but instead of crying and calling Jonah for 1,000 times and wasting time by whining about "it's all my fault," she locked in and
Time to put things right and remove a thorn in my side in the process.
so please, 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 please. No more crying in Legacy of Atlantis. Now it's time for her to make others cry.
Miss Croft, are you deaf?
I don't know. Let's see. Try begging for your life like you did the last time we spoke.
Let her be the trauma. And I beg, no more family drama. I swear if I hear Lara mentions her father one more time, I'm gonna throw hands. Like, the daddy issues is getting so cringe at this point. I don't wanna ever hear Richard's name, and especially not in Legacy of Atlantis. Let her go on adventures because she loves the thrill and discovery, not because her father was doing something some long ago. Let her make her own decision and be her own character. Not every piece of Lara needs to belong to someone or something, especially not a male character. Okay, I recorded everything for this video and did the editing and stuff. My video was ready and suddenly they posted a family slap hint saying that Lara's whole generation were into artifacts and they were the part of Society of Raiders. How many times fans must say that we don't want family drama in this franchise, so y'all can finally understand. It's already awful how Lara's adventures and her motivations are connected to her father, but now it's going to be connected to her ancestors? Seriously? I should make another video about this to completely empty myself from this rage. Alex has the potential to become the perfect Lara Croft. She has such a beautiful and powerful voice, speaks with confidence, and her performances in other games are excellent. And the most important thing is she loves Lara and cares about what she wants to deliver. I hope they make the most of all her potential and don't nerf her Lara with poor script and bad writing in the name of emotional depth or this is relatable. And hopefully we don't go back to where we were. Well, this video is getting longer than I thought, so I'll stop here for now. If you come this far and listen to me yapping, thank you. Stay safe out there and have a nice day.